is quite daunting. And to Andrew go the thanks of the school and the appreciation of the work that he has done for us. Thank you very much. This is quite a long list, but I'm sure you can appreciate that a production of this nature involves an enormous amount of support, parents, students and staff, and the staff in the technical area. And to Michael Barber, our technical director, go the sincere thanks of the school. Michael. Front of house has been most efficiently managed, as always, by Mr. John Lawton. I know he's in the theatre. It's just going to take him some time to get here. Mr. Lawton, where are you?
Come on, John. Come on. There to the box office. Back to the piano, you young lady. Right, so there's the Villanova. Next week.
Whilst we're waiting for Mr. Lawton, also helping in front of house, Mr. Wal Seabold. Backstage work, Mr. Peter Golder. And Mrs. Golder will accept the... thank you very much. We're indeed fortunate to have on the staff, Mrs. Miller, in terms of her own contribution, but also the voice of her husband, Mr. J. Miller. And finally, a member of staff, who I know has the support of all the schools, but particularly the junior school, Mr. Ross here. A number of other people whom I wish to thank on behalf of the school. Firstly, the theatre staff. We have indeed enjoyed superb relations with the staff of the theatre. There have been occasions when we've needed to work until 4 a.m. in the morning, when the theatre staff are expected to leave at 11 p.m. and they gladly stay and work those extra 5 hours. And that's indicative of the support we have had from Matthew and Joanne Peckham, the lighting and technical area, Graham McGuffey, and front of house Natalie Ritchie and Philip Ard, the manager of the theatre. I also wish to thank on behalf of the school Richard Griffiths and Andrew Griffiths for their work in the audio and video area, Mr. Noel Rankin, a parent who recorded the video every night. Thank you, Noel. Mr. and Mrs. Maddie, Lynn and Rick Maddie, Graham Ivey and Graham Askew, the Education and Technology section of Monash University, responsible for the audio design, Mr. Harry Bartram, who I hope is here this evening, who managed to provide us with the dry ice, which may sound sort of getting down to the bottom row, but I can assure you that to get dry ice at the moment, it's almost impossible. CIG apparently has some sort of strike, and the only source of dry ice appears to be from streets, and our thanks go to Harry Bartram. Finally, I would wish to thank the staff who managed to keep the school going last week. It was extremely difficult. It was understood before we started this production that it would not be easy and that it would fully extend the resources of the school, and it has certainly done that. But my belief is, and belief of Mr. Resk, Mrs. Baker, is that it has been worthwhile, and we base that judgment on the enjoyment and the experience the children have gained from their involvement in this, our inaugural production. Thank you very much.
One last presentation to Mr. Silverberg, who's helped with the production as well. Thank you very much. Thank you. Nick Allen to come on.
I understand that the students wish to also make some presentations, and it's my pleasure to introduce Nick Allen. Tony Vita. Sorry, Tony. Tony Vita and Nick Allen.
Okay, well...
We'd like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Miller for all the work they've done in production.
Okay, and we'd also like to thank Michael. We don't know his surname, but Michael is helped in the lights. Michael Barber.
We'd like to thank Mrs. Van Bono for all the work she's done in production. We'd like to thank Mrs. Van Dixon for all the work she's put in.
The big bunch of flowers was from an anonymous person, but we didn't know how to read it out, so... And Mr. Slotburn is our and Mr. Devine is helped in the backstage. He gets a special kiss.
We'd like to thank Andrew, who's pulled the whole show together. He's only had since Sunday to get the stage managing part under control, and he's done a really good job.
Okay, we would also like to thank the orchestra, who made and the lighting crew.
The backstage crew.
And the fly crew.
Yeah! Hey!
And Miss Strickland. Conductor, Mr. Coxon. Yeah. And we'd like to thank Mr. Silverberg for everything that he's done. And everybody else that we haven't mentioned, you've all done equally as much, but we're just running out of paper and running out of time. But we'd like to thank everybody, because without everybody's help and cooperation, this couldn't be. So, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.